Check that drop out there. I love it, going back and watching it when you actually see how delayed and staggered the drop is. Want to pay attention to splash damage defenses more than single shot. Splash damage defenses are a much bigger threat to your riflemen, to your Zookas. 2 ER gameplay sucks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Skull Army and friends. SkullCrusher here. It is a beautiful Thursday, December the 30th, 2021. And yes, we're coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the evolution of 2 ER gameplay for day 4 of Warship Season 30 Freeze and the 2 ER attack strategy that I have been using to move up the ranks. You ready? Let's do this. Two ER gameplay sucks. It is Fizzle City. All my opponents did leave 2 engine rooms. The layout that I am rocking right now for 2 ER gameplay is absolutely disgusting for the 2 ER attack meta. Yes, I have lost a couple times, mainly to Kung Fu Panda here by 6%, and then of course to Niratos by 3%. That's how close my 2 losses have been. I do want to show you the tech tree here, with the main difference for the 2 ER gameplay being the Zookas being added on and being maxed. We have thrown 2 boats of Zookas into our attack strategy, adding an additional punch, more DPS. Of course, we have added an additional tick onto our shock here, buying us an additional second when we do shock our defenses. Gunboat is still, you know what? We need to put love into that gunboat. 8 gunboat energy for 54,000 upgrade tokens is 1 shock on its own right there. So we are going to go into the offensive attack strategy here. So I do want to show you what I have been doing here to essentially best my opponents. And I want you to pay attention to the far right side of the ramp here and how the drops is working here. Notice how it's essentially 1 boat of riflemen. And when that first boat of riflemen essentially gets to the top of the ramp, we drop that next boat of riflemen. And then we repeat that process, throwing in a boat of Zookas on the 4th drop. And then of course that last boat of Zookas on the 2nd last drop here. And the whole reason for this drop here is to essentially funnel your troops to the top right. This is something a little bit more similar that we're seeing, but I want you to pay attention to my drop here. Nothing changes here. Doesn't matter if I'm starting on the left side or the right side there. It is that 1 boat of riflemen waiting for that first boat of riflemen to hit the midpoint at the ramp, and then we're repeating that process with the next boat of riflemen, the next boat of riflemen, the Zookas, and so forth here. And you can see they normally do push their way in to at least whatever engine room you do drop the troops on. Then it's just a matter of cycling your shocks, managing your gunboat energy, and drop is looking the same here. So this is why this drop works the best, and you're going to see it here, especially on a similar layout that I'm using. It's not as dirty, actually nowhere near as dirty, but you can see how the troops are pushing in from that far right side of the ramp there. They're spreading to the top right, to the mid right, and to the bottom right here, and I find that this does give me a chance to lock onto an engine room as we do funnel the troops up to the top right. And as you can see, the Zookas did successfully manage 1 engine room here. Like we do start from the right side here. That boat of riflemen comes out. As we do wait, we do manage the drop here with 1 boat after the other, slowly delaying them. Watch, look at that stagger right there. They are spreading. It is absolutely beautiful. We punched in successfully to that right side engine room as we now turn direction and push our way to the left side, trying to accumulate as much damage as possible. The left side here, and as you can see, the drop stays the same with that first boat of riflemen, second boat of riflemen, 3rd boat of riflemen, Zookas, and then we continue the drop with the 2nd boat of Zookas being that 2nd last boat, because I do want to make sure that we do drop riflemen at the very end as well. And it always normally works out the same here, where if you're managing your gunboat energy, shocking accordingly, and you do want to pay attention to splash damage defenses more than single shot. Splash damage defenses are a much bigger threat to your riflemen, to your Zookas, than those single shots. JD just absolutely retreated here. So this one we played a little bit of a different drop here. We actually dropped 1 boat of riflemen in there to try to clear those 2 snipers and cannon, because depending on whatever side I dropped on, I knew my troops were going to be funneled into the middle there. So I think that was actually a smart play on my end there, taking care of those middle defenses there to have my drop work in my favor. Now, as we do continue to 40, we did drop on the left side of the ramp here. So this one was a little bit different here. We did actually, I think, drop 2 boats of riflemen and a Zooka a little bit earlier here, just to clear a lot of those mid defenses here. Now notice the delay here, because once you clear those mid defenses, the sniper, machine gun, and cannon at the top are actually closer to the last troops we're dropping than the defenses that the troops we first dropped. As we do continue here to Kung Fu Panda, we did lose this one. This was probably one of the dirtier layouts that I've run to, very similar to my layout as well. But remember, guys, depending on how well you do defend your layout or how well you set it up, if you are running something like this, and I liked his mines at the top there, that really did a good job, you know. And as you can see, the troops actually kept being pulled into the middle and the bottom there. My Chinese character friend to a similar base here, and as you can see, check that drop out there. I love it, guys. I actually love going back and watching it when you actually see how delayed and staggered the drop is, you know, really kind of funneling them up to the top as best as we can here. You know, at this point I knew my opponent had already fizzled, so you know, it did work out to our advantage. So as we do continue to blade here, check this out here. This, once again, we did choose the far left side of the ramp there. We did drop I believe one boater rifleman, next boater rifleman are Zookas, and so forth. I believe on this one we did drop the Zookas at the very end there, but you can see we did a great job having those Zookas actually make their way to that top left engine room as they now switch direction and push their way over to the right side engine room. You know, we did a really good job managing our shocks there. Guys, I'm going to be showing you how my opponents have been attacking me with regards to defense here. Now, we're going to go down to Naruto, stopping everyone here. Now, most of my opponents, once again, are using cryos, and they are pretty much dropping directly in front of the defenses. And I am finding when you are directly dropping in front of the defenses, that is most definitely not the best option. Now, this was a great call with the delayed drop here, actually using strategy to the hit here, but just too many defenses, too many mines to take head on. They actually did something very similar, but they dropped everybody at once there. Now, once again, it is completely up to your preference. You know, players are catching on, which is, I am good to see that at least, you know, other players are attacking in similar ways, finding the most effective strategy to attack this layout here. Absolutely everybody left two engine rooms. Now, again, a beautiful drop there, full drop on the far right side of the ramp, pretty much exactly what I've been doing there. But you know what, you guys tell me, are you finding that, you know, you're getting more success dropping everybody at once, or you're getting more success with the delayed staggered drop there? Everyone is getting the drop here. You can see how they are attacking from the far right side there. The only difference is I'm staggering my drop and I'm not using cryos, so you're watching me get more damage, sometimes actually, you know, funneling my way up to get at least one engine room. Defense at its finest. Now, I like that. And once again, far right side, we do have that delayed stagger drop. We're going to see those next four boats come out momentarily as we do clear some of those front defenses there. Great job managing the shocks there, pinning down the three mortars at the top right as the troops do continue to push in. It's those mortars that are just an absolute killer for me. We do have JD here, nothing to show because JD did retreat, and there, oh, big mistake there. So we've got a full drop from the far left side of the ramp, essentially taking the defenses head on. Now, you're pretty much bulking into the majority of those defenses there. The mortars in the back doing a great job running directly into the mines. This was a good drop, a good attack here. You can see this was actually a full drop once again from the far right side of the ramp there, pushing in, taking on my defenses head on here. I like that there are no cryos here. Once again, maybe this is why Kung Fu Panda got the win. And of course, our Chinese character friend, nothing to see because that was another retreat. This time dropping on the far left side, taking the defenses head on, and as you can see, the mines doing exactly what they need to do, and then the mortars in the back, they are the killer right there. Goes the dynamite. So, Skull Army and friends, the evolution of 2ER gameplay, essentially still starting from rank 1. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Let me know if you are still in 2ER and if you are attacking like this, or you know, if you've seen this is the first time you're seeing an attack like this for 2ER, and maybe it will help you. Once again, guys, honestly, leave a like on the video. It means the absolute world to me. Go grab that stick of dynamite and go blow up that subscribe button. We will officially be wrapping up the video. I think it's time to make like a Tom and cruise. We'll catch you guys later. Peace!